Good afternoon and welcome back to Osijek, this resplendent city, for another event in this year's European Championships. This is the third event of day one and we're up and running. Next one is the air pistol men junior, and very much looking forward to this one. So thank you very much for coming along to join us here at the Sports Hall Gradskivat. So there's our remaining schedule for today. 4:30 local time here in Osijek for the air pistol men junior, contested over 10 metres, as are all of the events here at this particular European Championships, not only with the juniors, but when we get going with the seniors next week. 2 weeks of competition, and we're only on day one, and what a day we've had so far. So the crowd starting to arrive, and I'm sure we'll be here with their numbers and their noise as well. Hello, my name is Rory McAllister. I'll be your commentator again for today's final. Thank you very much for joining us on the video stream. If you're on YouTube, then do like and subscribe the channel. That way you get all of our content. And likewise, if you're on Facebook, do leave your comments of support there as well. So the distance is 10 metres, the bullseye only 11.5 millimetres wide, and the calibre of the pistols in this one 4.5 millimetres. Now there'll be some names certainly arriving, not only this week but next. I've just said hello to Damir Mikets' brother, that's Goran. He just came up to see me here in the commentary booth. Nice to shake his hand, nice to say hello. Nice way from the camera as well from Merji Karagatse, the coach of Georgia. So Osijek, Croatia, right on the Drava River. It leads actually down to the estuary of the Danube. This city has a population of just under 100,000 and very famous for its food and for its wine as well. Borders Hungary and Serbia. The Hungarian border only 50 kilometres away, and Serbia just a mere 35 kilometres. And likewise, just there a second ago, just saying hello to Goran Mikets, who's made the journey all of 35 kilometres here to Osijek. So that's the entrance for the athletes. This is when it all matters. Some of these athletes will have taken part in competitions in sports halls and all sorts of places, but now this is the European stage in this gigantic finals hall here in Osijek. Very different from the qualification hall. Lighting's different, the pressure's different. And first to come out on firing point H, representing Romania, is Luca Yolda. Now 20 years old, and has got a gold, silver and bronze at World Championship level across 10 and 50 metre events. They all took place and happened in Lima. 2 of them in 2024 last year, and the bronze medal in 2021. On firing point G, an independent neutral athlete, and this is Mikolai Yakuta, 16 years old and the youngest competitor in this final. So next athlete to come out on firing point F, representing Italy, 19-year-old Francesco Rudellini. Francesco Bruno is his coach, and he seemed in fine spirits a few moments ago when I saw him in the preparation area.
On firing point E, representing Ukraine, Maxim Himov.
So Maxim Himov has made so many finals over his time, still only 20 years old. There's that silver medal at the World Championships in the mixed team junior last year in Lima, and also a silver medalist at the European Championships in Tallinn in the mixed team junior. I remember that day a couple of years ago in Estonia, 2023.
On firing point D, competing as an individual neutral athlete, Georgi Tarasov.
So next to arrive, firing point D, Georgi Tarasov, independent neutral athlete on firing point D, 17 years old, and walks out in front of the crowd to take his place. Well, I don't know what's so funny about just walking out to the finals hall. It's but obviously a shared joke, I think, that's going on there, something that they haven't let us know about. Next athlete coming out on firing point C, second athlete from Romania. And this is 20-year-old Levante Buxias. And Adriana Floruta is his coach. So Turkey, well, they have a gold medal already today. Could it be another one? 21-year-old Adrian Efe Usha. Murat Ugan will be his coach. He was 7th in the European Championships in Tallinn a few years ago, this 21-year-old. So he knows how to deal with an occasion such as this. And finally, representing Georgia, looking very cool and collected, isn't he? 19-year-old Georgi Mamladze. And massive applause from the Georgian team. And Mergi Kakatsie will be his coach.
Jury member in charge of this finals is Mr. Ivandevich from Serbia.
So Ivandevich of Serbia is the jury member in charge. And Boris Šest of Croatia always looks the part, doesn't he? Always looks so well turned out. Here's our chief range officer, a man who knows his stuff. The man with the microphone, Petar Plavčić of Croatia. Chief range officer is the one with all the commands and ultimately the ultimate say as well in what happens throughout this final. Well, the 10-metre air pistol women juniors final was an absolute classic. And now it's the turn of the men to try and provide as much drama as we had earlier on today. So that's how it finished in qualification. Some very high scores, two tied on 578. And then Mamladze of Georgia in third on 573. And the rest then collected on 572. And that's how they line up from firing points A right down to H. So two independent neutral athletes, two athletes from Romania, one from Italy, Ukraine, Turkey and Georgia.
5 minutes, preparation and sighting time, start.
So here's the 5 minutes of preparation and sighting time. And this is the point where the athletes just settle into the finals hall, remove the safety flags from the pistol, and just try and get a feel for what's going on here on the European stage. And it's a precision sport, so difficult. If you ever tried pistol shooting, it's so hard. Well, at least I think so anyway. All about balance, breathing, heart rate, composure, and how tough you are mentally as well to cope with the pressure. So Georgi Mamladze of Georgia, there's that silver medal up on the screen. And always has a smile for the cameras. That's Mergi Kakatsie of Georgia. Moving on to firing point B. And representing Turkey already with a gold medal earlier today in the 10-metre air pistol women. And Adnan Efe Usha, 21 years old, the eldest in this final. And Murat Ugan will be the coach. And Adnan was 7th in the European Championship final. That was in Tallinn a couple of years ago, 2023. So looking for some improvement 2 years later here in Osijek. And Levante Buxias, 20 years old from Romania. And that's his coach, Adriana Floruta, in the background. Waving to the camera, there she is. So Levante 4th in the ISSF Grand Prix, now here in this European Championship final over 10 metres. This is 17-year-old Georgi Tarasov. And Natalia Kokorishkina is the coach.
Romania in the audience. Romania, is there anybody there?
Maxim Himon has made a lot of finals over the years. There's that World Championship silver and the European Championship silver medal. Maxim's now 20 years old.
Team Italy in the audience, let me hear you.
And Denis Mustafayev is the coach.
You haven't had lunch, Team Italy? Louder for your teammates.
So next on firing point F, representing Italy, Francesco Rutiolani. And Francesco Bruno, there he is. Always has a cool pair of glasses on, Francesco. I've never seen him without glasses you wouldn't want to buy yourself. It's the Italian style, I think, always to look good. 16-year-old Mikolai Yukata.
Champions in the women junior team.
And Yuri Tukopolov is the coach. So a big moment for Yakuta, only 16 years old and has made this final. So many medals for this man. 20-year-old Luka Jeholda of Romania. And Daniela Kohanchuk is the coach. So Luka has a World Championship medal of every colour, gold, silver and bronze. Can he add a European Championship medal to his collection? So just a look at the grip of the pistol, moulded to the hand of each individual athlete, just to try and make it as comfortable as possible. And just precision, of course, is where shooting counts. So you want to try and keep your sweat to a minimum. It's not so bad here in the finals hall. It's pretty good.
30 seconds.
And will that record go today? 2:43.1. Equal European record holder at junior level. So just over 10 seconds to go. Settle in then if you're on Facebook or if you're joining us on YouTube. Do like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get notifications of all the broadcasts from the European Shooting Confederation.
End of operation exciting. Stop.
And there's our QR codes for our Instagram and Facebook page. So you don't even have to search for it. Just get your camera from your smartphone, hold it up to your screen. We'll keep it on screen long enough for you. And you can follow the QR code and follow us that way.
For the first competition series, load. Start.
So 4 minutes 10 is on the clock. That's already ticking. And this is the first series of 5 shots. 10.9 is the highest individual score. And we've got a 10.7 from Himon. That's a great way to start. Does your confidence all the world of good. So just saw in the background there of your shot, Levante Buxias of Romania. Here he is, just adjusting his footing, just making sure his feet were placed in the right, exactly the right place. And you get a feel for it as a shooter as well, to know when your body's in the right position. Obviously pistol shooting is much looser than rifle shooting. There's no suits in pistol. So the stiffness and control and muscle memory all comes from your own body. Your breathing techniques and your mental capacity as well to deal with the pressure and the occasion like this. Because for some of the athletes that come to this sort of competition, this is like something they've never experienced. So all our athletes now at least 3 shots in, apart from Buxias, who's still to take his 3rd shot. So Himon has a chance to go over 50, which is an impressive total. He's a 9.5 or more. And that 9.4 has given him a total of 50 exactly. And 8.6 from Buxias. I think feeling the tension there was quite shaky with that pistol on the last shot. And Ushar just taking his time, he's had plenty of time on the clock. Now Buxias is last to go. Slight improvement there with that 9.1, but ends the series on a total of 41.8, which at the moment is going to be some way off the other 7. But things can change around in shooting. There's a gap there then of 6.2 at the bottom, and it's ever so close at the top. 0.1 of a gap between 6th and 5th. And at the top, well, there's a tie for 2nd, and Maxim Himon just in front. I did say a few seconds ago, if your score starts with a 5, you would expect to be leading, if not up there at the top. So we now go into another series of 5 shots. Once we get to 10, we'll then move to single shots, and the first elimination comes up after 12 shots, and then every 2 shots until we move through to the medal stages. So thanks to Emma Khan, who's making comments on the live chat. Also Shimal, nice to hear from you too. Some great noise from the crowd as well, and reactions when they realise that they're on TV, sticking their hands in the air like they're the ones that have taken the gold medal. And the noise is just getting louder and louder in the finals hall. Hands up, thumbs up, just having a good time. And this is what it's all about, the noise, the occasion. But for the athletes, that's when they have to try and block all that out. focus, concentration. It's a tough sport. So the flag of Turkey, will they be victorious again? Have a gold medal already from this European Championships. Pumping out the hearts. No Dennis on the live chat, lots of Turkish flags. Yoli is here to support Romania with big hearts. Thank you very much for your comments on the live stream. If you are watching this back, though, at a later date, obviously you can still leave comments just in the comment section below the video stream. So, 10 shots in. And really, after a score of 50, Maxim Himon would have wanted to have doubled that. Second series was 49.3. So he leads the competition on 99.3, just 0.1 in front of Yakuta. And then there's another 0.1 gap to third place. So that's how it stood after 5 shots. Here it is after 10. So there's Himon at the top, as I just mentioned, 99.3. And then those 2 gaps of 0.1. And then from third to fourth, bit of a big gap there, 1.7. But at the bottom, Buxias was 6.8 behind, was it? Now close that gap to 3.2, so good on him. Can he close the gap further to survive in this final? Because the first elimination is coming up after shot 12. This is shot 11. The clock now 50 seconds for each single shot. So Buxias at the bottom in 8th place at the moment. A tremendous achievement to get here to the final at the European Championships, representing Romania on a total of 103.0. 3.4 behind in 8th place and has some work to do to try and stay in the final. A gap of 3.4 over 1 shot. Well, I've seen it. It doesn't happen that often, but it does and can happen. And Buxias with a 9.1. Meanwhile, it's a 10.3 for the Italian. So Buxias of Romania will be leaving this final, already inserting his safety flag into the pistol, and finished with a gap of 4.6 behind in 8th place. But a great achievement from the shooter from Romania. And Levente Buxias, 20 years old, was 4th in the ISSF Grand Prix and now finishes this final in 8th place. So 7 left, a 0.2 gap between Italy and Tarasov, who's an independent neutral athlete in 6th and 7th. And Yakuta now leads the competition with a 1.5 difference at the top. He's on a total of 120.0. Another 50 seconds, gets loaded to the clock. And this is shot number 13.
Start.
Now, Ruciolani once again under pressure, shooting to try and stay in the final. And he's the next to leave in 7th place. Total of 135.2. And the 19-year-old shakes the hands of Francesco Bruno, the coach. And they sit down to watch the rest of this final. 6 athletes left. Gaps of 0.4 between 5th and 6th. 0.2 between 3rd and 4th. And a sizable gap at the top, 2.6. That's incredible at this stage of a final. Nikolai Yakuta on 140.6. It's a great shot of our athletes there. It just shows you the different styles. Some take a lot longer to lower into the shot. Others are just there on the open sights, ready to go. And the noise inside the finals hall here is getting very loud indeed. It's amazing, really, that Ucha can hit a 10.7 with that amount of noise happening behind him. If you are just joining us, welcome along. It's the final of the 10-metre air pistol junior for men at the European Championships. Over 10 metres live for you from Osijek, Croatia. This is shot 15 in the final. And it's Talasov at the moment in danger of elimination. 8.4, not going to be enough. And Georgi Talasov will now be leaving this final. Finished 2.2 behind. Final score, 154.1. Just look at the gap between 3rd and 2nd, 0.1 between Uka and Himom. Meanwhile, Yakuta at the top with that big difference and gap. Will he be caught? Well, you hold the nearest our picture there, nearest our camera. With 3 World Championship medals, a gold, silver and a bronze. Well, so nice to see your comments of support, not only on YouTube, but also on Facebook and on the live chat on YouTube as well. Do remember to subscribe and like the channel. So Kadir, certainly here to support Turkey. Sergey, hello to you. And Anna Nicole. And Ibrahim also here to support Turkey. Lots of support for Ukraine as well. And for Maxim Himom, who's achieved so much, considering he's only 20 years old. So right-hander versus left-hander. And Georgi Mumladze on firing point A will be the next to leave this final. Inserts his safety flag. Final total of 174.7. and leaves in 5th. So we are getting down to the medal stages. Next athlete to leave will miss out on the podium and on a medal. But nice to see Georgie congratulated by Mergi Kaligitsi, his coach. So Yakuta's gap is now 2.5. That's been reduced. Shot in the 8 rings, shot in the 9s, 2 in the 10s, 1 for Yakuta, 1 from Yaholda. So between 4th and 3rd, there's now a gap of 1.7. And the athletes just taking this time in between the announcements, just to now really focus in, because those who are in the shout for a medal at the moment will want to stay there. There's a 1.7 gap between 4th and 3rd. Is that going to be enough to separate Umcha from taking a medal or not for Turkey? Ah, Yaholda with 10.6, what a shot. But next elimination now decided in 4th place, just outside the medals and just off the podium. There's a gold medal for Turkey in the air pistol women junior earlier today. This time it's a 4th place in the men's final. No, he doesn't look happy at all. Who would be? That's the cruelest place, I've always saying, to finish in shooting. Ouch. So there are the medalists, Ukraine, Romania and Yakuta at the top. The gap is getting smaller. It's still 2.0 and he's the only athlete at the moment to go over the 200 mark. So next 2 shots to decide the bronze medal. So 20-year-old Maxim Himon finds himself in 3rd place, but only with a gap of 0.2 behind Yaholda of Romania, and then a 1.3 gap at the top between 1st and 2nd. So Maxim Himon with that silver medal at the World Championships in the mixed team junior. That was in Lima last year, and also a silver medalist in Tallinn at the European Championships. Again, mixed team junior 2 years ago. There's a gap of 0.2 between 2nd and 3rd. Will it stay the same? Will it switch around? Well, complete change, and shows you the pressure of pistol shooting, because Luka Yaholda, who was on for perhaps a silver medal, has now dropped back down to the bronze, but it's a medal nonetheless, and Romania have their first medal of this European Championship, and what a wonderful achievement from this 20-year-old. Already with a World Championship gold, silver and bronze medal, he now adds a European Championship bronze medal to his collection. So that gap of 0.4 between 3rd and 2nd was reduced. The bronze medalist now confirmed. And the gap at the top, it's all switched round. Yakuta was leading. The gap was well over 3 point. What was it, about 3.6, 3.4 at one point? But that was at that stage of the final. We've now moved on since then. And 9.0 from Himon. Yakuta needs a 9.3 or higher to go in front, and a 10.2. So gap now of 1.0.
Still second place, Maxim Timon, first place, Croatia.
You can feel the tension here in Osijek.
Audience, I have to tell
The crowd have been so involved, have been so noisy,
you, doing a great job.
creating a great atmosphere at the European Championships, just creating more drama and therefore more pressure for the athletes. Here we go then. Is this the final shot? Will it go to a shoot-off? Yakuta, who led for most of this final, is now back at the top. He's 1.0 in front of Maxim Himon of Ukraine. Oh, and a bit wobbly from Himon, a 9.6. An 8.7 or higher will take the gold. Oh, and a set 10.7. Well, if you're going to finish in style, you might as well finish 2.1 in front. And Mikolaj Yakuta, an independent neutral athlete, is a gold medalist on the European stage here in Osijek, Croatia, with a final total of 240.4. He finished 2.1 in front of Maxim Himon of Ukraine, who has to settle today for a silver medal. But what an achievement from the Ukrainian. Another great performance from this brilliant shooter. And Luka Yaholda, meanwhile, of Romania, took the bronze. So there is confirmed on your screens. Maxim Himon of Ukraine, the silver medalist. So the athletes just asked to grab their pistols with the safety flags inserted. Luka Yaholda of Romania holds his high in the air. And it's a bronze medal for Romania. And Maxim Himon with the silver. So Mikolaj Yakuta is the European champion and the gold medalist. A great performance, got well in front, then was caught up at one point. It switched around at the top between him and Himon, but then in the end, Yakuta just had too much to get over the line and took the gold medal. So we can have a look back at the final with some highlights. And what a day it's been so far on day one. So there it is, confirmed. Luka Yaholda of Romania with the bronze medal. Maxim Himon with the silver. And Mikolaj Yakuta with the gold medal and the title of European champion. There's our Instagram and Facebook handles. So ESC Shooting for Instagram and search European Shooting Confederation on Facebook. Do join us, join the numbers, join the crowd. Be nice to have you along for the ride. A brilliant start to these European Championships over 10 metres here in Osijek, Croatia. Coming up, medal ceremony for this particular final, but that's how it finished today. France, Turkey with a gold medal, and Mikolaj Yakuta also with the title of Olympic champion. Well, tomorrow we have a packed afternoon, all of the finals, local time in the afternoon for you, at 2:30, 4 o'clock and 5:45. We kick off tomorrow, day 2, with the air rifle men junior, that's at 2:30. Air rifle women junior at 4 p.m. and then 5:45 local time for the air pistol mixed team juniors. Thank you very much for joining us today. Do stick around for the medal ceremony, and we welcome you again tomorrow for day 2 of the European Championship 10 metres live for you here in Osijek, Croatia.